this lesson could be uncomfortable. What I mean by that is you may learn things you did not know. You may learn things that shock you, and you may learn things that cause you to ask questions. Does my teenager know that? Does my child know that? And that would be the exact point of this lesson. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan Burns, and thank you for joining me on Danger Zone, Parenting in the Digital Age. Today we're looking at dangerous apps. And what we're doing is we're looking through 4 different handouts of this particular segment of Danger Zone. We chose specifically to do this only in one occasion because we're simply trying to get you the information that you need. Plus there is the fact that technology is always changing. Some of the apps we're going to talk about tonight have already went away, and we're going to notice that there are replacements that have taken care of those apps and their early demise. What I want you to know is how this particular segment came about. I did this series live, and what I did is a 4-part series. We've since expanded it to a 9-handout series. But the original segment, you can see it on the screen, was a handout and a live in-person demonstration. The group that I was doing this with wanted it live, and we found a way to do that. So we concocted a way to take a big touchscreen, take a smartphone, a Samsung, an Android phone, and make it so we could stand in the room and swipe through those apps and go through them just like we were sitting there on the phone, but everyone could see it. We created 2 different profiles. We created about a 14, 13-year-old boy profile, gave them names and interests and ages and all these different likes. And the same thing, we created a profile for girls. And various ways through that particular scene, in a part 1 and part 2, we walk through varying apps. We had all those apps signed up with that particular profile, the profile for the girl, the profile for the boy, and we just wanted to see what the technology was going to do, what the app was going to do. Now, unfortunately, in 3 different occasions over 2 nights, the crowd that was there was exposed to things that I wish had never happened. One app we're going to talk about tonight was a video chat app, and basically it gave you random video chats from people around the world. Well, there was a man on there trying to chat with our make-believe girl, and he exposed himself to everyone in the audience. That is the danger that is before you. There is 0 control, 0 regulation. There is nothing but openness and a lack of restraint. So we're going to go through 4 different handouts of apps together today. We'll talk about them as we go through and describe how you can get them in the beginning, here in just a moment, and again at the end when this lesson concludes. If you want to get these materials, you can scan the QR code that's on your screen, or you can go on your computer to digitalmissionwork.com. There, click on the Danger Zone tab. You can download all of the handouts. You will have accessibility to all of these video lessons, and you will also have a PDF version of all presentation material, the data that we're using, such as you're seeing on the screen during this lesson, so that you can have all the materials available for you. What we want to do is put the materials in your hands so you can be prepared to make decisions in your family. We're going to look at 4 different segments together today. We're going to see dangerous apps, part 1, 2, and 3. And then in a newer segment, most popular apps among teens. Now these segments are designed simply so that you have the information. I'm going to show you what the icons look like. I'm going to tell you what the apps do and other information that you might find necessary to know right now. Then you can dig on further as we go through. The first app that we're going to look at today comes in Dangerous Apps Part 1. It is the Chat Spin app. It has been downloaded 5 million plus times and has 126,000 reviews. The purpose of this app is random video chat. It allows users to randomly chat with people from all around the world. Here's the why worry. real-time sexual content and unwanted sexual advances from adult predators. This is the app that I was discussing just a moment ago, where we had created our profile of our girl. She was 14, she had likes and interests, and we built those all in to her profile. We had a man show up on our chat spin, and he exposed himself in the first 3 seconds. I don't know about you, but that is uncontrollable. And what I mean by that is the person that's doing the swiping through the chats cannot control what happens on the other side of the screen. I want you to think about this for just a moment. 5 million people have downloaded this app. Imagine what is out there. This is just one of many in the Dangerous Apps Part 1. There's another. It's in the Dangerous Apps Part 1 segment. It is IMVU. Now, that stands for a variety of different things, but it has been downloaded 10 million plus times and has 650,000 reviews. It is an avatar-based app, and it focuses upon role play. Users can chat with others across the world with their avatars that they have created, and chat rooms are completely, notice this, unmoderated. Obviously, as we've just seen in ChatSpin, the same is true with IMVU. Sexual content and conversation rule these worlds. Female users are bombarded with questions such as, how old are you? Now, I want to pose something for you, and I just want you to think about it. Let's say you have our mock 13, 14-year-old girl, and those are the questions that she is being asked by any of 10 million people who have this app. Just think of the dangers of a mind that is not fully developed. Now, certainly I said that not in a disparaging way toward females, not in a disparaging way toward younger males, but we see the youth. We see the lack of experience in life, and we can see the openness of questions that might be answered. You see, this is only 2 inside the scenes of Dangerous Apps Part 1. You can go to the website that we listed earlier, and we will at the end of the lesson, and you can download the rest of these and see more in Dangerous Apps Part 1. We move now to Dangerous Apps Part 2. I want to share you 2 more that will get your attention. The first is Tinder. Now, this is primarily an adult app. However, there have been attempts in the past, and I'm sure there will be in the future, to make a younger version of this. However, all you have to say is you are older than a certain age. There's no verification. The purpose of this app is very simple. The app is described as a fun way to connect with new and interesting people around you. The problem that creates is this app finds others in their location and allows others to view the photos and allow instant messaging based on the location of your app. In other words, geographically centered, this app looks all around you to see how many others have that app. The things you have placed on that app have unrestrained access to those that are around you. I think you can see the danger in an app such as this. It has been downloaded 100 million times and has around 7 million different reviews. What this tells me, and hopefully it tells you, is this app is very popular across people of all age spectrums. The next app that we're going to discuss is rather interesting, and I say it that way for this. 1 year ago, this app was alive and vibrant. It's much different today. Let me tell you about Whisper, and then I'll tell you what's different. The purpose of this app and its motto is share secrets, express yourself, meet new people. It's also location-based. This means anonymous accounts give the opportunity for messages or confessions or images or other things of graphic nature to be sent without restraint. Now, at one point in time, this app was available in the App Store, both in the Apple Play and in the Google Play App Store. This app no longer exists. However, something happens in the digital world. When one app goes away, others begin to take its place. The most popular replacement for Whisper is Hush, Express Freely. It has been downloaded 100 plus times or 1,000 plus times at this point with 671 reviews. There are 4 other apps that have also tried to take the market share that Whisper had. So every time an app goes away, which can be a good thing, I think Whisper falling away was a good thing. But 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or maybe more are going to be lined up to take its place. What am I telling you? This is a revolving door. It is always changing. Now, originally, Dangerous Apps Part 1 and Dangerous Apps Part 2 were the only 2 parts that existed. Within 6 months' time of the original teaching of this class, an entire other segment of apps was created. New apps were repurposed, all sorts of things happened, and thus we have another list of apps. Let me share with you 2 from Dangerous Apps Part 3. This app is called Zoomerang, and the purpose of this app is really popular among young people. It offers short videos with catchy music, there's files, there are effects, all sorts of things that can be done. It has been downloaded 10 million plus times with 191,000 reviews. Here's the why worry. Privacy controls expose younger users to comments and views from the unknown. Cyberbullying, predators, and unsuitable content are a pressing concern. Have you started to see a theme? Content is the issue. Now, allow me to take a little deviation for just a minute from what we're doing, just looking at some apps. Do you know what the real problem is today? The heart of people has become lost. What I mean by that is we have sexualized our culture. We have fantasized our culture. And we have created an open and unrestrained culture. Certainly, there are problems in society. Let me ask you this. Do we open the door with zero restraint? That's the problem at hand. There's another app in Dangerous Apps Part 3 that I want you to see. It's an app called Chat Master. It's been downloaded 50 million times plus and has 274,000 reviews. There are virtual characters designed, and they are invited to step into the shoes of a young girl and navigate dialogues with strangers. Here's the worry. It is a gateway for real individuals with potentially harmful intentions to initiate contact with younger players. Information is open, and no supervision brings potential threats. I know this is true for you, and I know it's true for me. I watch at who comes in my house. I know who comes in my house, and I don't leave my door unlocked at night. Why would we, in the society of which we live, leave the proverbial door unlocked to 50 million people? Now, I'm not saying that all of these people are evil, but it certainly plays in the mind. Now, these are only 2 from each segment, part 1, 2, and 3. There are many more that you can go and you can download those handouts and you can read about other apps that can pose and do pose dangers. Let's end our lesson together today by looking at the most popular apps among teens. I'll give you a few. The first is Instagram. And maybe you're saying, why talk about my Instagram? Well, it's been downloaded by 5 billion plus devices. It has 159 million reviews. Here are the risks. Exposure to inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and unrealistic beauty standards. There are some good things here, some safety tips. You can set up accounts to be private so only approved followers can view the post. You can use tools to filter out offensive comments and restrict viewers who may be harmful. You can discuss with teens the curated nature of social media and encourage breaks to avoid overuse. One of the great things that's happened recently with this particular app is they have built in among the app the ability to have parental guided accounts. In other words, you can establish an account in your child's name and you can filter out things that they do or do not need to see. I do want to share with you something that is true across all of these apps. It's links. And what I mean by links is simply just like with Instagram. After you go to the page that's to be viewed, usually at the top there's some kind of web link that you can go. There are various names for these web links, but basically what it is you can click there, you can go to another page, and there is now unlimited access to varying content. Many times, this is a gateway to adult sexual content. These links are not designed for education purposes. They're designed for nefarious purposes. So even if you filter certain things out, there is still the danger of the links. The app does not know what is. So many look at Instagram. Many today, at least among teens, use Snapchat. Now, Snapchat has been downloaded by 1 billion plus devices and has 36.7 million reviews. Here are the risks. Disappearing messages can encourage risky behavior, and location sharing, Snap Map, can be dangerous. Here's some good. You can turn off the location sharing, the Snap Map feature, and set it to ghost mode. You can remind your teens that screenshots of third-party apps can save snaps, even if they're there only temporarily. And a regular review of who is on their friends list is a must by parents. I'm going to go ahead and say something that I think you need to hear. I want you to hear it from me. I want you to hear it now. I want my kids to hear it. My children will never, I repeat, never. Your children should never, I want to repeat this, never have Snapchat. By the way, husbands, wives, you should never have Snapchat. I can tell you of husbands and wives, I won't do it, but I can tell you of people that I have sat in my office in marital counseling because Snapchat provided the gateway to unfaithfulness. This app is dangerous. Yes, I know there are other more popular apps, and yes, I know teenagers love this app, but it is at the highest point on the list of danger. I want to give you a third one now. It's TikTok. 1 billion people have so far downloaded this app, and there have been 64.5 million reviews. Its risks are inappropriate content and harmful trends and predators. You can use family pairing to build some safety tips. This feature links to a parent's account so the teens can have content filtering and even screen time limits. You can encourage reporting inappropriate content, videos, or comments, and keep the profiles private to control who interacts with the post. This is probably the most popular app today for mindless scrolling. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, I have this app on my phone. I find it to be humorous. I find it to be interesting, but I will tell you this. In all the research of the 3 different segments of apps, TikTok, Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, are at the high list of not just predators, but adult content. Now, certainly that can be navigated, but you need to understand those links go out to other places And these three carry a high regard, but this one particular app is used heavily among young people today. There's a fourth app. It is Discord. Now, this app is very useful. It's been downloaded by 500 million plus people with 6 million reviews. Its risk is this: exposure to explicit content in unmoderated servers and cyberbullying. The safety tip is this: join servers that are appropriate to the teen's age group. Disable direct messaging from strangers in privacy settings. Discuss proper online behavior and encourage reporting of harmful interactions. This is also one of those apps that I use. I have both the mobile version and the desktop version. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm kind of a nerdy fella. I use Discord to pay attention to certain network applications that provide different content and different products. I use this application to keep up with certain things that happen around the world. I use this particular application to communicate with various production groups of which I am a member. It can be good. Don't miss that. Some of these apps can be, notice it, some can be good. But there are also dangers, and I don't know if you notice this or not, explicit content seems to be the greatest problem. The last app I want you to see is called Kick. It's been downloaded 100 million plus times with 2.5 million reviews. Its risks are this: anonymity makes it easy for predators to contact teens. You can use some safety tips with this. You can monitor account creation and usage. Encourage teens to communicate only with people they know in real life, and avoid apps with poor moderation such as Kick for younger users. I want you to see something. If we need to take it away for younger users, it's probably not good for teenage users. So we're seeing two different things really come to the forefront of our minds. The apps that allow for contact with those who are unknown and the explicit material provide a dangerous and volatile segment when you put those things together. Now, there are other most popular apps among teens. You can download this as handout number 9. We'll also talk about video and entertainment, gaming, creative apps, and even educational and productivity apps to help teenagers do better as we focus forward. What we've done is fourfold in this segment: part 1, 2, and 3 of Dangerous Apps, most popular apps among teens. I want to encourage you to go to the website and download these materials. They are all free. This video lesson will be there. The handouts will be there. And then the presentation data that was used to make all the graphics will be available for you to download. What we want to do in discussing these dangerous apps is to put the information in your hands and give you something that you can use to have conversations. The greatest way to stop problems is communication. Yes, it might come to a point where you have to take that phone away, or you have to take that tablet away. But I encourage you this. It's something we encourage in every episode of Danger Zone, Parenting in the Digital Age. Be the parent, not the friend.